The past few days, I had been tagging along with a matchmaking group. My intention? To enjoy the free food and drinks at the events while blending into the lively atmosphere. Honestly, I wasn't there to find love, but rather to amuse myself by observing the dating habits of modern bachelors and bachelorettes. The group wasn't just young singles. Among the members were a handful of elderly women eagerly seeking matches for their children. One day, one of these aunties dropped a bombshell that sent the group into a frenzy. She casually announced, "I own 53 rental properties, 3 villas, and 5 adorable cats. All of this, plus additional assets, will be inherited by my only son. On top of that, I'm prepared to give my future daughter-in-law a monthly allowance of $50,000. A chat erupted with messages from women of all backgrounds vying for her attention. Questions flooded in, asking if her claims were true. With confidence, she affirmed the legitimacy of her statement. But then she added, "There's just one condition. My son is in a vegetative state. I hope his future wife will not mind." Silence fell over the group like a heavy curtain, but I couldn't help chuckling. To me, this sounded like a golden opportunity wrapped in a velvet bow. I had already decided long ago that marriage wasn't in my plans. Why bother tying myself down? Life was better lived on my own terms. But if marrying a man in a vegetative state meant financial freedom, that didn't sound too bad at all. I, Stella Greer, had one great love: money. Without hesitation, I sent her a message in the group chat. Why would I mind? Your son is clearly my destined sleeping prince. The group exploded in laughter and applause. Messages poured in, calling me bold, funny, and even shameless. I didn't care. To me, it was all worth it. Moments later, the auntie messaged me privately. "Are you being serious? Do you actually want to marry my son? Or are you just joking?" "Of course I'm serious." "Why?" "Because of money," I replied bluntly. There was no point in sugarcoating it. I was in it for the fortune. She fell silent, and I assumed I'd blown my chance. But then, to my surprise, I received a transfer notification. She had sent me $500 as a travel allowance and invited me to visit her at Villa 8 in Starlight Bay, located in Crescent Gardens. She promised a warm welcome. Crescent Gardens was the most exclusive neighborhood in the city, with villas averaging over $1 million. This woman wasn't just rich, she was obscenely wealthy. Grinning, I shamelessly accepted the money and set off immediately. When I arrived at Villa 8, I was greeted by an atmosphere of luxury and grandeur. The villa's exterior was stunning, with meticulously maintained gardens and an air of nobility that made me feel slightly out of place. After straightening my hair and smoothing my clothes, I rang the doorbell. A glamorous woman in her 40s opened the door, her smile radiant. She exuded sophistication, looking no older than her early 30s. Her flawless skin and impeccable fashion sense made me feel like I was meeting a celebrity. "Hello, my name is Stella Greer." I introduced myself, extending a hand. "I'm a graduate of a prestigious Ivy League university, currently preparing for the civil service examination." The woman, Abigail Winslow, shook my hand warmly, her eyes gleaming with approval. "You're young, beautiful, and accomplished. Wonderful." After exchanging pleasantries, she invited me inside, pouring tea as we sat in the opulent living room. She asked about my background, family, work, and aspirations. My parents divorced when I was young, and neither of them kept in touch. "I've been on my own ever since," I explained. "As for work, I'm a fashion designer with an annual salary of around $100,000. Abigail nodded thoughtfully, her expression unreadable. She didn't press further and soon gestured for me to follow her upstairs.